Welcome back, my ravenous rebels, and welcome back to another episode of Tundra Witch Doctor in the Kitchen. We are doing part of the episode, the cooking part, at home, and tasting notes on the road and whatnot. It'll be up in Fairbanks, so you will see our friend Heather again. And since August is coming up, that is Lammas, which is it's more of a Celtic holiday, but it's a holiday about gathering. So, in tradition, we are going to do kind of a gathering episode. We are doing beer bread. Very, very easy recipe. Y'all should love it. And a mead cocktail. So, usual disclaimers. If you're under 21, don't drink. If you're in the US, if you're in another country, follow their laws. No matter where you are, don't drink and drive. If it's your first video, or even if it's not, please go ahead and subscribe. We like having you part of the family. Like the video if you like it. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think of the show. Let us know if you try one of the recipes or how you would change it. And thanks for joining us today. Alright guys, one of the simplest recipes ever. You're going to need 3 cups of flour. I'm using bread flour. 12 ounces of beer. That's slightly more. Don't worry, we'll drink it. 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of butter. You're going to want to melt that. And most recipes don't call for it, but I'm going to tell you to add it anyway. A little bit of vanilla, and I'm using some Mexican vanilla because I'm out of my favorite paste. You're going to want a bigger pan size, kind of like this. While you're getting that oiled, go ahead and start melting your butter and getting your dry ingredients in the mixture. Alright, we have our dry ingredients in there. We're just going to give that a light mix before we start mixing the wet ingredients with it. Alright, so far I've added the mostly melted butter, the vanilla. We're going to add the beer just a little bit at a time. While that's mixing up, I should let you know the beer I'm using is called Nut Crusher. It's from a brewery out of Oregon. I only had so many of these. This is one of the better beers I've done with this bread. I've done this bread a few times. Again, it smells wonderful, but doesn't taste as good as this one in the beer. You do want more of a stout beer though when you go to make it. Don't worry, when it's all mixed and you put it in the pan, it comes out kind of flat like this, but it will not stay looking like that, so have no fear. Goes into the oven looking like that for 1 hour. So as I said guys, not to worry, it did rise. Before you take it out of the pan, you are going to want to let it cool off in the pan for 15 minutes. Okay, it's pretty easy to do the butter portion. You do a sploosh, which is like a splash of your vanilla, about a tablespoon of brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, less than 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, and less than 1/8 of a teaspoon of clove. About 3 tablespoons. Start out with 3 tablespoons of honey and your stick of butter, which you left out on the counter overnight to get it nice and soft. To do this portion, make sure you get in there a couple of times and scrape the sides and the bottom because you don't want a little bit mixed more than the rest. Alright, so we're starting out this drink with the raspberry mead that's made here in Alaska. You're going to start out with a 60 ounce milliliter, 60 ml. Let's see if we can get that right. Pour. Ooh, this stuff is fizzy. Sorry if my camera's making you a little bit Captain Jack Sparrow-ish. Just running a little bit late this morning. I'm making these on the go because we're going to be doing tasting notes from the road. So that's just a hair light. Ooh. Alright, we're going to call that good. Next thing you're going to do is a dash of orange bitters. We'll top this off once we get to where we're going. So I kind of got to go with a double pop here because apparently the mason jars. After they get a little bit of pressure, they'll pop when you open them if you have mead inside them. All right, and for the last part of the drink, luckily, there wasn't a pop. It was a twist off. So you're just going to top this off with a little bit of Prosecco to make it nice and bubbly. Looks pretty good.
Hi guys. So I have this problem. Julie works for like 2 weeks out of the house. She comes home, and then while she's home, she leaves again. But she leaves me treats, so I'm not going to complain. I have beer bread with honey butter. And I have something I'm a little bit afraid. She called this bubbly mead. And I'm not a brewer. But mead's not a cocktail. But it also has like champagne in it, so I'm sure it's going to be fine. So we're going to try some beer bread because Julie's cooking is amazing. That was just as good as I anticipated. I expected more of the butter, like more powerful, but it's nice. And I have this awesome cocktail. It's not bad. It's got a very like fruity champagne style. Like it actually tastes like a good champagne, but it's a little bit sweeter. That, of course, is the mead. So I said it was a problem, but it's a good problem to have. Keep doing things and leaving me treats, Julie. Love you.
Landedly even.
And welcome back. We have a bread.
Woo, got some bread.
There's people looking at it.
This is
not
my
bad.
first time eating bread. Oh, that was really good.
It's really, yeah, I like that.
Really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking some home with me.
We actually get the rest of that loaf.
Huh?
We get the rest of that loaf.
Oh, cool. I'm taking it home with me. Don't mind the airplanes.
Feeding the birdies. Don't mind me.
All right. Bubbly mead.
I swear we're not drunk. That's the first sip I've had all day. That's pretty good.
That's good. I think it needs
But
to
it
be mixed.
tastes, yeah. It kind of has like a gin taste to it, almost more.
I expected it to be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we go.
bubbly wine. Prosecco is usually not that dry. Did you mix it up a little bit?
Yeah, after I mixed it, I like it better when it's mixed because the
Oh,
Prosecco
yeah.
itself tastes kind of like gin, very sprucey.
No, that's better when you mix it up.
Yeah. But that with the bread, no. I recommend it. It's a good Lammas. Join us next time.
I'm going to keep eating my bread. I'll see you guys next time. Next time we're in Fairbanks or I'm down in Wasilla.
There we go. Next trip's on her.